Corey Morgan stated that since his brother was killed and his mother had been shot, he was going to kill grandmas, mothers, and children. Morgan, Doty, and another uncharged co-defendant were all members of the Black Peace Stones, and they began going out daily, armed with guns, looking to retaliate. At one point, Doty set up a surveillance of Tyshawn's grandmother so he could kill her in order to draw out rival gang members. He also stated that his original plan was to torture this child by kidnapping and cutting off his fingers and his ears. On November 2nd, 2015, Doty and the same two co-defendants were seeking further gang retaliation when they arrived at Dawes Park at 80th and Damon. They eventually saw 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee, who was in the play lot at the park. Tyshawn had gone to the swing set his basketball down, and was playing on the swings. Morgan and the third defendant left the play lot and drove away in an SUV, and Doty stayed behind in the playground area. Doty then picked up Tyshawn's basketball and began dribbling it a few times before giving it back to Tyshawn. He then asked the child if he wanted to go to the store. When Tyshawn said he didn't have any money, Doty told him he would buy him whatever he wanted. Tyshawn and Doty were then seen walking off together out of the park and into a nearby alley. Once they reached the middle of the alley, Doty took out a gun and shot Tyshawn multiple times at close range. This defendant was facing the child when he shot him. He later made statements that he had, and I quote, "Seen that go in his head. And Shorty, he was like he couldn't take it no more. Shorty couldn't take it no more," unquote. This defendant also later stated that after he murdered Tyshawn, he wanted to go back to the park and shoot it up. The police, unfortunately, the police were already there, and he couldn't go back, and he should have killed all the kids in the park. This defendant also stated that he had been working on a rap song in which he talks about his killing of Tyshawn Lee. As you know, I have been a prosecutor here in Chicago for nearly 30 years, and I've tried hundreds of cases involving senseless gang violence and gang-related homicides on the streets of Chicago that involved unspeakable acts of rage and violence. But I must tell you today, I don't think I've ever been more disgusted and appalled by such inhumanity. This intentional murder of Tyshawn Lee is among the worst that I have ever seen in my almost 30 years as a prosecutor. When we have predators running around on our streets, pledging to kill grandmas and mothers and children for nothing more than senseless gang retaliation, we have an unprecedented crisis on our hands. Today's charges are a very important step in working to bring justice for this innocent little boy, and our investigation continues as we speak here today.